Connect2Pods, commercial services group recruitment podcast for job seekers and employees alike.
For today's episode, we're doing something a bit special. It's Connect2Dudley's first birthday today, and so we've decided to interview Shabana Iqbal. Hello Shabana, how are you?
Very well, thank you.
Could you please tell everyone who you are and what you do?
So my name's Shabana Iqbal and I'm the business manager for Connect2Dudley.
So Connect2Dudley have now been live for 1 year. What have been your highlights?
Our highlights over the last year, I think being nominated for a new startup under the new startup category for the recent Natural Awards. I think that was quite a nice thing for us to have achieved. And also having our first profitable month back in June. So obviously, you can imagine any new business for the first year normally is expected to make a loss. It was amazing that we were actually, within less than a year old, able to have a month which, we not only paid for ourselves, but actually made a bit of profit. So that's definitely, for me, the greatest highlight of the year. We were quite fortunate to have a back office team that were nominated for the Recruiter Awards 2023. So that really adds some credibility, I think, to Connect2Dudley in terms of the great job that the front office does, but also the back office being equally outstanding.
How would you say Connect2Dudley has evolved over its first year?
I think we've come quite a long way in our journey over the last 12 months. We've had lots of people, we've had people start, we've had people leave, we've had newcomers. It's been a period of transition, settling in, establishing our brand, developing partnerships with Dudley Council. And I think looking at the team now, we're much more, I think, comfortable in our space, comfortable with the values, the objectives of the business. We all have very clear vision about what we want to achieve. And I think you can really see that now, sort of a year in from when we were first launched in September 2022.
Amazing, thank you. It's great to hear that Connect2Dudley is doing so well. What challenges have you faced within the industry in your first year, and how have you overcome them?
As a new venture, I think establishing a brand for us, was quite important. And I think certainly when you're dealing with specialisms, hard-to-fill roles, when you're initially, from a candidate attraction point of view, you can find if they're not familiar with your brand, they're not familiar with the company that you're representing, you could sometimes, we found that it was challenging sometimes to fill some of the more specialist roles. But I think as the year's gone on, we've reached out, we've added to our talent pool. We have a good network of people now, and we also have been able to develop a little bit our referrals and obviously our incentives, etc., that we can also promote and advertise, and I think that's made a real difference for us. I think we're very fortunate as well that we have got a very strong, robust, engaged supply chain. We have around 70 plus suppliers, agencies that are specialists in various fields, and it's been really useful, I think, and really key to how successful we've been, that we've been able to call on our supply chain for some of the more difficult, hard-to-fill roles.
What are your hopes for Connect2Dudley in the next year, or perhaps even further than that?
I'd like to see Connect2Dudley grow further, evolve, continue to achieve successes, continue to become more and more profitable as a business, and deliver increased returns on investment for our partners. I'd like to establish an external trading division, which is something that we're in the process of setting up now. And really, I think I'd like Connect2Dudley to be the go-to recruitment company for sort of local government, for public sector clients across the West Midlands.
Thank you so much, Shabana. I've only got one more question for you, though. Do you have any words of wisdom or a single sentence or any sort of advice that you would give to someone who is now in your position that you were in a year ago today, setting up their new startup?
Resilience. I'd say recruitment's hard. Recruitment is, no one ever claimed it was easy. We knew that it was a difficult business. It's a business that's rewarding. Allows you a career that is variable, interesting. No 2 days are the same in recruitment. You don't know when you go into the office, are you going to have a really good day, really productive, or are you going to have a really bad day? And I think that's the beauty of it. You don't always know what you're going to get. And I love that.
Brilliant. Well, that's all from me, Shabana. Thank you so much for coming and doing this interview.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for listening to the special anniversary episode of the Connect2Dudley.
We'll be releasing an episode every month on Spotify, YouTube, and our own site, so make sure to subscribe to keep up to date. We hope that you enjoyed this episode. If you'd like to reach out to us, email connectedpods@gmail.com.
Connect with us again in the next episode.
Yeah.